as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Andrews. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 4 yards. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers pointing their noses close.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lock. Now the ball comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
Comes Minnesota, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and...
From the 25 on second down. Lock. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Shotgun snap to Lock. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lock. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A gain of 40.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends into the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
On the carry.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and...
Throwing on second down. Lock throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Complete.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Loose. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Detroit's offense ready to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Britt, open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Now a run with Moss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
operating from the gun. Britt got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Britt. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
From the gun, Britt. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Block working out of the gun. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
Now Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Gain on the play.
Block going to throw. And he's going to go down. Right near midfield at the 49.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop. develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Throwing again. Britt. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the 2nd down throw on target. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
And at the 38-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Britt, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run with Moss. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. and he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Andrews.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Cook following the penalty. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Brings up second.
Now to the air. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Offense.
So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. From the gun. Block. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Locke. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 9-yard line.
Now Locke again. His pass caught at the 4. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Number 87. Touchdown.
From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle,
no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Swift. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Here's Moss. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings
complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now he's forced out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Second and short now following the fumble.
Off the play fake. Britt. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
It's good, and it's 21-10. 10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
We see Drew Lock and the offense coming back on. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. A whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st down, Britt escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, Britt. And what's that one incomplete there? They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
To throw again. Britt. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there. 1st down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10. Britt. He'll get this off to Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
10 more yards.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 34-27 the final as they win by a touchdown. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Josh Rosen, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Britt going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running is Swift. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
off play action. Britt. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Swift. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Britt. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very...
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On 4th down, Britt. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Britt out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
on 3rd down. Britt in a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. This is a massive man.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Gilmore. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Britt. Going right side here, and that's complete. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Britt. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Lutz for the field goal try.
For the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
Lions 24. Vikings 10.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now look, he wants the football. It's out.
Fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Off the play fake. Britt.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you'll have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun. Lock.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
To throw it is Lock. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Lock's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Lock looks to throw it again.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Lock. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Number 87.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
Cook.
goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Lock. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Operating from the gun, Britt. This one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Britt. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Lock now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Locke. That'll be complete to Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Throwing again. Locke over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Locke working out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jr. Touchdown.
Irv Smith Jr. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, it's Locke. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 40.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
19.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Locke's pass.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Vikings.
Operating from the gun. Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and a yard at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Locke. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Locke again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Number 87.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Lock now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julian Okwara in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a dump off here complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, it's Swift. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time on the catch and run. 56 yards. And he will find his man on the outside.
Today's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Detroit, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.